Have you ever brought your magic to Walt Disney World like, hey, we came to play? Did you tip your tiara to a Creole princess or get goofy officially? When we come through, it's true magic, because we came to play at Walt Disney World Resort.
Is this house a good price compared to others in the area? Are prices going up or down? If I don't make an offer right this very moment, will I miss my chance? These are just some of the questions a home buyer might ask. And these are the sorts of questions an agent who is a Realtor can help answer. Because Realtors have the expertise, data, and access to specialty training to help you navigate the process of buying a home. They provide support, guidance, and have your back every step of the way. That's what Realtors do, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
Yo, check this out. This is Chuck D. And keep it locked. You are tuned into The Library. The Lies Are Buried with Tim Einico. Right here, right now, rapstation.com.
He's an independent artist, MC, lyricist. Descendent is originally from Newport News, Virginia, but is currently living in Raleigh, North Carolina, where he continues to develop his craft. His latest project is called Road to Greatness, Journey of a Lost Soul, and can be purchased on his Bandcamp page, descendent.bandcamp.com. I want to welcome Descendent to the library with Tim Einico on rapstation.com. Thanks for joining me, man.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Cool. I want to start with on your website, descendantmusic.webnode.com. You state, quote, I create music to touch people's lives with my story, make change when people hear my heart and feel my pain. When did you discover that this would be your purpose in music?
That's a good question. Probably in high school, my first performance, which is kind of funny because no one really heard me perform. Actually, on the stage, my mic was off, and I didn't know it. Oh, wow. But just me getting booed and me getting the feedback from people, it made me want to do it even more, even though I was getting booed or laughed at. But it just from the anticipation to see me rap or to see me perform in front of my peers, family, and fans at the time, that made me even more eager to do it. Like, that's when I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. Because I've been rapping since I was 9, but 15 was my first time actually on a stage and in front of it was over 300 people. Wow. So that's probably the time I was like, yes, I definitely want to do this.
I think what I appreciate about your music is that you don't go with, I guess, the mainstream, right? Many young MCs, you get into hip hop music with a plan to kind of copy what you hear on the radio. And in a strange way, you can kind of tell the young MC who's copying this person is making up their persona as opposed to being themselves. Why didn't you go that route?
Because I think I learned this from my grandmother. Once you tell a lie, you have to keep up with that lie. Yeah. And that's a full-time job if you really think about it. Like, if you keep up that facade of, whoever you're copying or mimicking on stage and on the music, you're going to have some people think you really, that's really you. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to live my life like that. Mm-hmm. Once I found out my sound and it was always about lyrics to me, when I first started rapping, and always about impressing my peers with my, delivery or, what I'm saying. So I didn't want to, go. It just seemed fake to me. I couldn't look myself in the mirror and be like, yeah, this is who I am. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? After, the lights, camera, and action goes off and you're at home, and you're by yourself, and I have a conscience, man, and, I look in the mirror, I can't, put on some type of character just to try to get fans or try to get people's attention. That was the wrong way for me. And I learned that at an early age, so I couldn't do that.
I want to go into your album, Road to Greatness, Journey of a Lost Soul. On the second track of the album, Road to the Future, featuring Descendent.
Yeah, Descendent.
You ask, quote,
Sean Don, next one I'm gonna do, rhyme for the Pet Packers and Shiny Suits. Well, good question. I'ma do both, make my people move.
My homie Sean Don, a former member of the Justice League with Ninth Wonder and all those guys. I was in the studio with him one night, and he's actually on the album as well. He's featured on the track Trouble. Mm-hmm. And he would just, I just asked him, what is it that, you guys or, Ninth Wonder and the Little Brother did, to get where you guys are at now. And he would just tell us stories. It was me and a couple of other people in the studio of how they worked their butts off, in the college campuses. And he was saying that it's a big difference between just because someone's conscious or, all about delivery, you got to worry about the people who support you. So he was saying, are you going to rhyme for the backpackers or are you going to rhyme for the shiny suits? You know what I'm saying? It's totally up to you and how far you go in your career. So I was like, well, I took it upon myself to put his question in there. Was like, well, Sean Dom asking me what I'm going to do, rhyme for the backpackers or shiny suits. And what I was like, well, I'm going to do both, make my people move, because the time is now, it's time to show and prove. Like, I can do both. I can reach both sides of the fence, just by being me. So that whole line was about.
How do you, I guess, how do you have two different groups, the backpackers and the shiny suits. So how do you create rhymes to kind of appease both?
Just be myself. Honestly, I don't like going to the studio, and when I write, I don't really think about, well, who I'm going to impress or who I'm going to reach. I feel like whatever comes out creatively in the studio, and whoever likes it, or if I reach them, that's the people that I focus on, I reach. And for the people who don't, I just don't. I don't really try to work so hard on trying to get someone's attention who really doesn't care, really is not trying to pay attention.
Right, gotcha. All right, cool. The track "Move Something" features Minister Louis Farrakhan talking. He's at the Travis Smiley Black Agenda Forum.
Right.
And the minister is heard at the beginning of the track and at the end of the track. What's the mission of the track, and how does Farrakhan kind of set the table for the mission of this track?
As far as "Move Something" is pretty much an energetic song to get the attention of anybody who listens, whether you like hip hop music or rap music or not, to really get up and be the change that you want to see. That was the whole objective of the song. And also, you can't expect other people to do it for you just because you may have voted for them to be the president or the mayor or the governor or police chief, anybody. I think, to me, we have to put the powers in ourselves rather than putting the power in someone else. Whether it's, if you're in a community where they don't sell real food, or you don't feel like it's healthy food, then have your own community garden and sell your food that way. Just little things. It doesn't have to be something major, like you have to start a revolution, even though, having your own community garden is a revolution. So, and the reason why I put Farrakhan in the beginning and in the end, because to me, that part of that form spoke to me deeply, because I was trying to also relay that message that, we can't just expect, the American system or the American way to give us what we need or what we want. We have to go out and give it ourselves. So when he was speaking on, America is bankrupt, it's pretty much saying that, we can't wait on, he also was saying we can't wait for another beloved president to come help save America or come help save our community. We have to hit the ground running and do it ourselves. So
some people view Farrakhan as a kind of a divisive figure, right? Mm-hmm. Was there concern for you that if you used them, you would kind of limit the amount of people you were trying to reach, or was that just not the concern?
I've thought of the idea when I was writing a song, and that was never my concern. I wasn't even worried about it. If anything, I wanted to spark dialogue for those people who do think that, or who do, have concerns about him and maybe his past speeches or whatever they feel negative towards him about. I wanted to, maybe be able to speak dialogue with people who do.
No, nice.
And honestly, I have through social media, just people making certain comments about the song. And I was just happy that people were listening first. I got them to listen. Then after I got you to listen, I want you to dissect what I said in the lyrics and what the meaning behind me putting Farrakhan in it as well. And of course, I was influenced by other pioneers that came before me in hip hop who always did it, and I figured I wanted to take it upon myself to be, the new generation. Because I honestly, since Public Enemy, Harris from the West Coast, even Ice Cube were the people who may put Farrakhan or Khalid Muhammad in their on their albums. So that's what, listening to them when I was growing up, that's what made me want to do that as well. And I wasn't really concerned about the negative feedback I may get. I was just trying to just relay a message.
Nice. You just touched on it a little bit, kind of what you use the art form for and what the culture is for, and you really are using it as a way to kind of generate discussion. And I think you highlight that in your track Beautiful Struggle, which I think does a couple of things. It highlights the discussion aspect of your music, but also kind of highlights your journey through the hip hop game. And it's not like a typical journey, right? Where your end goal is to make as much money as you possibly can and then get out. But you seem to be using this journey to kind of help yourself navigate through this life. And then it also highlights your personal struggle and the importance of religion that plays in your life. As an MC, is there a challenge that being an MC and versus living living as an MC, but then also living as just your personal life?
To me, it's not a challenge because, it is a challenge. It is a challenge from other people's perspective, I guess, when they see and they ask questions because they think, I don't know, to me, it was never when I'm on stage, I'm the same person when I get off stage. If that makes sense. I'm not putting on a character, or this is not, it's different sides of me. I always had this in me, So, but when people don't see me like that or don't hear my music and they hear it and they figure, what's the difference between, you're the Descendent, the rapper, and, what do you do? Because honestly, most of the time I'm doing music or I'm studying and just trying to be a better man overall, regardless if I'm studying or I'm listening to music or, talking to my family or anything like that. To me, it's not a challenge for me, but I guess it's a challenge when I'm trying to explain that to other people because they feel like, it's two different people and I don't.
As the world turns, thinking when my chance come next. Just chilling one day, and I get that call or text. Plan it out like a movie, not ready for my closer yet. This is real life, no acting, not a movie. Said I say, rope the greatness, you thinking the money and the fame. More like walking towards a true light without the gains. Beautiful things like when your vision comes to life, reaching people with your words and the truth.
I want to move on to another track, How You Like Me Now. In it, you says a group needs to have a no man too. What's wrong with just having yes men in your group?
You wind up failing, and failing pretty bad. I noticed that because you're not going to get far as well. If your crew is not honest with you, then chances are whatever your goal is or your dream is, you're not going to reach it. And you're going to get frustrated really quick when everything you make, you have a crew that says, yeah, that was hot. Yeah, that's a hit. Or how crews are, or yeah, man, I can hear that on the radio or whatever. It may be the worst song you ever created. To be there when it happens, or if you get that deal, they just, I was there to support you. It's like, you're not really supporting me by just telling me anything, just to just to get that chance to, be by my side or be a part of the entourage if I, get in the game,
Right.
So that was my whole thing. Like, you do need to have honest people in your circle to tell you no, that sucks, or you need to rewrite that verse, or that song is horrible, don't put it on the album. Just stuff like that, or don't perform at this venue. Things of that nature would definitely help you along the way.
First time on stage, my mic was off, looking dumb, lost in the light like a moth. Didn't let it get to me, all smiles, no frowns. Next time I hit the stage, best believe it's going down. Same people thought I was stupid for doing music. Would see me now, say, man, I knew you could do it. Yeah, right, your talent is all.
I want to quickly take you into kind of how I come up with questions for when I'm listening to an album. I kind of use.
Yeah, great questions. So I definitely dope. You have some dope questions, so I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you. So, as I was listening to the track "I'm Ready" featuring Floss, right?
Yeah.
I did a few things. I read your bio and saw the artists who have inspired you are, and you kind of mentioned them: Tupac, Public Enemy, Nas, Scarface, Mos Def, Redman, Mobb Deep, Jay-Z, Rakim, Busta Rhymes, and James Brown. Okay, and then I went back to listen to the track again. The track then, this is my psyche, the track then brought me back into what is called the golden era, right?
Okay.
And I wonder, and then the question I came up with is, do you ever feel that you were just born at the wrong time? Like, do you ever wish that you were just, you could have been an MC that was back in the golden era, or is now the perfect moment for you?
I'm not gonna lie with that. Hopefully, take me as lying when I say this. I had a on social media who said the same exact thing. He's from the same neighborhood I'm from, back in Newport News, Virginia, and he actually saw that video to "I'm Ready."
Oh, nice.
And the comment he put was, "Man, I think you were born in the wrong era."
Wow, nice.
And he said, "Man, if you would have came out in the late '80s, early '90s." He was like, man, you would have been on already, as we say, on, quote unquote. So ever since he said that, I kind of understand what he means. So I do feel that at times, but at most of the time I don't, because I feel like, well, that means I'm going to stick out because I don't sound like what's on the radio, or
right.
I don't sound like what's mostly on the blogs. So I do sound original. Or I try to have my own sound, and based off what I was influenced by. So being that, like you said, the people I was influenced by, that's, I guess, the sound that I create, especially with the singles that I chose and how I do my music videos. But now recruited, making this my unit. Another one in God's army who's making use of a true gift. I'm just trying to bring clues to the clueless. Me and Descendent show you how to do this.
Open up your eyes. I'm a hood cat, trained in the game. Walk straight, but don't walk late. Practice makes perfect. Watch me do my thing. Open up your eyes. I'm a hood cat, trained in the game. Walk straight, but don't walk
I always look at kind of track placement in the album, right? And you end the album Road to Greatness, Journey of a Lost Soul with the track Soul featuring K Radio.
Yeah.
Why do you do that?
It was pretty much like the answer to the title of the album.
Okay.
Because the title of the album is Road to Greatness, Journey of a Lost Soul. And like you said, I'm, navigating through life trying to find my purpose. And, I realized my purpose is music, but just not creating music. It's, music with a message, reaching other people the best way I can to, maybe touch somebody's life. And maybe they'll listen to me again and I can speak to them again, and maybe I meet people. It's like, it's just spreading a message that, whatever negativity that you've been told, don't pay attention to it. And whatever road that you decide to choose, as long as it's a positive one and you feel it in your heart and soul that this is for you, then go for it. So that was the whole message. Even though, even the cover was kind of dark because some of the subject matter is dark. And when you go through life trials and tribulations, obstacles, it's like beautiful struggle. It may be dark, but at the same time, it's beautiful because you're realizing that you can beat this obstacle. So next time when another obstacle or storm come, you can rush right through it. So Soul was pretty much like putting all the tracks that you heard in the album in one song and coming up with an answer. And I'm actually working on a short film for that. Instead of doing a instead of doing a regular music video, I wrote a script and I'm actually working on a filming it, doing a short film for the actual single. That's gonna be dope.
This song goes out to anybody going through something in their life, man. Hold on and feel this. Seems like I'm headed nowhere fast. Thinking life is all about the money, spending the cash. Can't wait to get a good life piece of the pie until you grow up learning, and that's all the lie. I'm thankful for what he gave me. Life was hard. My mom got me afraid of bills instead of God. Got everything you want and you making the killing, knowing deep down in your heart that you not winning. Yeah, I struggle every day, surviving a fight, but you don't know what goes on when I sleep at night. Asking for the Lord's help, all I see is demons, visions of me in hell. No one hears me screaming. I grew up with confusion. I seen a lot of hate. No time to look back. I gotta drive straight. I'm searching for the truth. My heart is so heavy because I know if I leave now, my soul ain't ready. I'm feeling weak, can't take control. I'm losing sight of all of my goals. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to go. Screaming, God help me, don't wanna be a lost soul. I'm feeling weak, can't take control. I'm losing sight of all of my goals. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to go. Screaming, God help me, don't wanna be a lost soul.
Never thought this is where I would be. 23 with a college degree, and still a void inside of me. Sitting, wishing, hoping, feeling like I'm not really me. Sick of comparisons with those I knew. Desperate moves in and out of the blue, and this is not the way it is. The real world has no guide to live. And in a minute I pray, wiped every tear away. Put a smile on gladly, this is my year, want it badly. It's a precious gift, life has no second shift. And when it rains, joy's not appreciated without pain.
I'm feeling weak, can't take control. I'm losing sight of all of my goals. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to go. Screaming, God help me, don't wanna be a lost soul.
I'm feeling weak, can't take control. I'm losing sight of all of my goals. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to go. Screaming, God help me, don't wanna be a lost soul.
This is for my people who won't give up. Turn it up, turn it up. Deep down in your soul, hear your wounds, no cuts. Turn it up, turn it up. I'm tired of running, don't wanna give in. Worry about yourself and the filth you in. Problems wearing me down that I can't hold. Mindset in the gutter and strikes I need to bold. They think I'm here to entertain. No, I'm more than that. Listen to my words, don't get lost in the raps. Look myself in the mirror, I need to change. Next week, I'm still in the house of pain. Lost in the hate, greed, love of the lust. Too dirty to go home, voice telling me don't rush. Just learning how to be your man. But I'm in the God, it's the master plan. Let's go. I'm feeling weak, can't take control. I'm losing sight of all of my goals. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to go. Screaming, God help me, don't wanna be a lost soul.
I'm feeling weak, can't take control. I'm losing sight of all of my goals. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to go. Screaming, God help me, don't wanna be a lost soul. 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 Don't wanna be a lost soul.
Be a lost soul.
A lot can happen between falling in love with a house online and owning it. between imagining living there and breathing in your new home for the first time. Having an advocate who can help you navigate the complex world of financing, inspections, negotiating, analyzing the market, and talking through any anxieties that may pop up, that can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors and bound by a code of ethics, because that's who we are.
Walmart Plus members save on meeting up with friends. Save on having them over for dinner with free delivery with no hidden fees or markups. That's groceries, plus napkins, plus that vegetable chopper to make things a bit easier. Plus, members save on gas to go meet them in their neck of the woods. Plus, when you're ready for the ultimate sign of friendship, start a show together with your included Paramount Plus subscription. Walmart Plus members save on this plus so much more. Start a 30-day free trial at walmartplus.com. Paramount Plus Essential Plan only. Separate registration required. See Walmart Plus terms and conditions.